The decisions that you would make when you're around people you love and care for, I want you to get mature enough to make those when they're not around. That's manhood. Now we gonna grow up. This is how you gonna get to the next level. So there are a group of you, there are certain things you wouldn't do around the names that you wrote down. There's some things you would dare do around your mama. There's some things that you dare do around your daddy. There's some things you dare do around your grandma. But when your grandma's not around and you're hanging with your friends, now you're doing some stuff that maybe you don't even wanna do. But you've given up your decision because you wanna be affirmed. Nobody knew who Eric Thomas was when I was following the crowd. Nobody knew who Eric Thomas was when I wasn't making certain. I dropped out of high school. It was the worst thing I've ever done in my life. And it has nothing to do with school. I don't like school. What was the worst decision I've ever made to drop out? Why? Because my mom got pregnant with me at 17 years old. And my mom got kicked out. My grandma had 14 kids, south side of Chicago. 3-bedroom house, 1 bath. My grandma told my mother, either you get on welfare or you gotta go. And my mother said, this is the 2nd generation of welfare. I won't be the 3rd. A decision. My mother made a decision. She said, I'm not mad at you, Grandma. I'm not mad at my mama, but we're not gonna raise another generation on welfare. So my grandma kicked her out. Y'all gotta hear what I'm saying. My mom went through a whole lot to have me. Everybody told her, you 17, you too young, get an abortion. And I'll never forget when I got kicked out of the Detroit public school system. They called my mom up there and said, look, we gotta have you come before we can kick him out. This is his 3rd strike. And I'll never forget being at that school, and my mom is a proud woman. I ain't never seen my mama cry. She was raised with 13 siblings on the south side of Chicago. I've never seen my mother cry. I've never seen my mother beg. My mother begged the principal. I've never seen it. My mom begged. I've never seen it after. I've never seen it again. My mother begged that principal to let me stay in school. My mother begged a grown man. She pleaded with him, please, don't kick my baby out. Let him stay in school. And I'll never forget, the principal went to my file and he showed my mom my academic, middle school, high school. He said, you want school for your son. He don't want school. He's been kicked out on several occasions. His grades, he don't want to be here. You want him to be here. And I'll never forget, you guys are athletes, so you know that walk you take? The walk you take from here to the field. I took a walk at 16. I took a walk with my mom, and we walked down the long hall of Detroit Henry Ford, and my mother didn't say a word to me. Oh, you know when, I don't know about where y'all come from, but where I come from, when your mama gets so mad she can't talk, you've gone too far. And I remember we walked out and we opened the door and my mom went to her car. And I remember my mom shed a tear. And my mom said, I ain't raised you like this. I don't know what happened to you. I didn't raise you like this. But you know what happened? I was hanging with people and I was making their decisions, not thinking about my mama and how it would hurt my mama. So to be honest with you, the only reason I got a PhD is because when I got that GED and finally graduated from college the first time, I was 30 years old. And my mom drove all the way from Michigan. All those friends that I used to do stuff with, I'm going somewhere. I want to make sure we get this because there's some decisions that need to be made. The coaches are telling you what to do. You got a phenomenal coaching staff, right? They're going to be telling you, professors, parents, but you got to make the decision. Coach going to give you the best scheme. But the teams that win are the teams that get on one accord with each other, one accord with the staff, one accord with your parents, one accord with the values. Listen to me. I'm trying to tell you guys, you think to be a champion means you run faster, you got more skills. No. The champions have more value. I'm telling you what I've seen. I'm telling you, Kobe just had more values. Kobe just wanted it more than everybody else wanted. Kobe was relentless. Kobe had a value of relentless. He didn't just know the word relentless. He was relentless. It was in his DNA. Some of you say the word, but it's not a value. Some of you say the word because you know coach want to hear the word, but you are not relentless. You just say the word. You repeat what you hear. But when you get to a point where you make a decision to be relentless, there are things that people who are relentless get that people who are not, they don't get. So what coach is telling you, if you really want to be a national champion, you have to make a decision. And I made some different decisions. At 30 years old, I got my first degree. And all my little homies who I got in trouble with, I don't know where they are, but my mama, after all those years, guess who came? The people on the paper. Guess who drove 779 miles from Detroit, Michigan to Huntsville, Alabama to see her baby graduate. And let me tell you something, I was 30 years old with 2 kids. And my mama screamed like I had graduated on time. My mama was screaming like I was 22 years old and I had made all the right decisions. And when I saw that smile, I said, we got to do that one more time. This first one was for high school that she didn't get. The second one is going to be for the college that she get. And the PhD, and guess what? Mama was at every last one of them. Grandma was at, Auntie Cleo was at everyone. Auntie Wanda was at. And I took a shift, y'all, and I stopped doing stuff for people who I probably wouldn't even know 20 years from now. And I started thinking about the people that helped me get to it. Now listen to me very closely. When y'all playing now, when y'all out there doing your thing, I want you to think about these people. Why? Because you're going to play at a whole nother level when you're thinking about them. There's a different energy you get when you do it for mama. Have you ever read those stories before where you got a kid trapped under a car, or there's a pit bull chasing the mama and she got her baby, and all of a sudden this frail woman is able to get this dog off her child? She's able to lift a car. Like, how do you do that? And then the next day, if you told her to lift a car for $1 million without her baby being under there, I promise you she couldn't do it. Why? The adrenaline that we get when we do something for a loved one is a different energy you get when you're doing something just for a score, when you're doing something just to get some affirmation. When you start doing stuff for the people you love, it's a whole nother level. Because there's a part of you that if you don't get it checked, it's going to ruin every piece of success you ever had. And you know what? I just want to stop for a minute, just be real. I am so frustrated going on the Instagram. I'm so frustrated with Instagram right now. I'm so frustrated with social media. It's so lopsided. It's so one-dimensional. You got folks on there, it's like self-actualization. Let me just watch. So food, sleep, water, whatever, clothes, safety, security, whatever, sense of belonging, esteem, self-fulfillment. It's at the top. Self-fulfillment at the top. When I watch social media, we stuck between the biological and physiological need and safety. It's like, that's all I'm seeing on the internet. And look, I'm not mad, y'all. If you could go, please don't take this the wrong way. If you could go and increase the size of your body, and that would attract a healthy man in a healthy relationship, and he gonna bless your kids, and y'all gonna get y'all life right, and y'all gonna be spiritual, man, go get 10 of them. I'm just being real. Look, do you understand the position I put myself in when I tell truth? You don't think I can get up here and lie and just say what you want me to say, and then and put my cash app up, and then you just start blessing me with money, and you just run up here and drop money all over here? You don't think I know how to do that? You don't look, I love you so much, I'm about to be demanding. So what I'm starting to see on the internet is these first two, and they acting like the first two is self-actualization. You acting like because you in Costa Rica that you made it. You acting like because you showing me a 5-star meal that you acting like you there now. You stuck on the first two. Are you stupid? You stuck on the first two, and many of you stuck on belonging, because everything you do, you gotta show it. I'm just trying to show you that there's something inside of you that's stopping you from going to the next level. You ain't got to show everything, but you gotta show everything, because something in you ain't demanding it. It still got control of you. And you know how I know it got control of you? Because if you don't post, or you miss the post, or the footage got whatever, you feel some type of way. You hurt now that you couldn't cap. It's not enough that you're making money. You need everybody else to know you're making money. Some of y'all are killing the game. It's not enough that you're killing the game. They gotta know you killing the game. And they ain't even nobody. You sick. You sick. You trying to show nobody that you somebody. I just want to make sure you hear what I'm saying. You trying to show nobody on the internet that ain't been on no chapter of your life. You trying to show them you don't realize you sick. Am I mad that you got a Bentley? Listen to me. If a Bentley could make me right as a human, I'd go get one for me, my wife, my daughter, my son right this second. Not even lease it. I'll pay for that joke in cash. If them nice doors, the way they open, if that could heal the sickness that happened between me and my mom and my biological father, I'd go get 4 Bentleys right now. I'd go get 2 for myself because I'm sick and pay for them in cash and trick them jokers out. You are treating the bottom ones like they the top ones. You worshiping low-hanging fruit. What I'm trying to tell you is, when you get to self-actualization, you get it all. Why? Because most humans never get here. And when you get here, all the money is here, all the opportunities are here. People like Jesse who killing the game, you get attracted to these people, and then other billionaires, millionaires calling you because they want to be on the platform. When you get to self-actualization, the cars come with self-actualization. The house comes with self-actualization. Watch this, watch this. Best compliment I heard. Me and my wife, best compliment we heard, I don't know, in all year, 2021, I wish Willie would have told me he was gonna say it, I would have recorded it and turned it into an NFT. My man, Willie stayed the night at the crib, woke up the next morning, was like, I ain't slept out, but I've never felt that type of peace. The peace ain't at the bottom. That's a Louis, that's Gucci. Peace ain't at the bottom. When you get to self-actualization, people walk in your house and feel some of their spirit that they ain't never felt before. You still on some low-hanging fruit. You on some low-hanging fruit. I'm telling you, get to the top. Get to the top. Get to the top. Get everything at the top. Everything at the top. When you get to the top, whatever cars you want, my boy Josh got a dealership. He getting the cars for me. They dropping them off at the crib. I don't even gotta go nowhere to get the car. When you get to the top, they send you the stuff. You ain't even got to go to the store to buy it. When you get to the top, grown men see you in the airport and say, I don't take pictures with grown men. I'm a man. I ain't jocking no other man. But bro, I want to get a picture with you. I want to get a picture with you, bro. I was about to lose my wife because I was on some dumb stuff, and you helped me to understand the value of my wife, and you helped me to stop playing. And now I wash dishes, and now I iron clothes. I never was taught to do that. Crying. So let's go back to the first one real quick. I just want to help somebody. Get off the internet if you can. Like, use it, it's a wonderful tool. But we stuck at everybody's showing stuff. Bruh, I'm not tripping on your car. I'm not tripping on your whatever. We blessed. As humans, we get to get up and we get to dress a certain way. When we come out, we get to show the world whatever. I want to see your crib. Like tripping because you got a Bentley. What kind of life you got? Nobody tripping because you got money. What kind of life you got? But trust me when I tell you, when you get to the top, they all gonna become. And why? Because when you get to the top, you start elevating past them. So the people that just own money, you could pass them up. Can I get some personal development stuff on? Can I see you growing in your house? Can I see you and your wife, you and your kid? Can you just be honest with me about some of the hell you're going through? Willie Moe, when you put the picture up and you was crying, I was like, praise God. When some other man who's showing all this stuff, all he got coming out, the Louis with 10 bags. Why do I care about 10 bags? That ain't about to do nothing for my life and my soul. Why you keep showing me your car and your stuff? You might really be there. Can you show me how you got there? Without putting a price tag, can you show me how you got there without turning it into a program and selling me a program and you only giving me the piece of the doggone program? You ain't even really giving me the real. Can you stop manipulating me and just tell me the truth like God bless you? Can you bless me like God bless you? Why everything gotta be attached to money? Why? Because let's go to work. What do you want? Write it down. What are you trying to get from this program? What do you want? I also found, number 2, that the most successful people in the world are the most successful people in the world because they have clarity on what they want. I have discovered that the less people know what they want, the more destructive their lives are, the more depressed they are. I've discovered that the more a person knows what they want, the more relentless they are. How are you going to be relentless and you don't know what you want? How are you going to be relentless when you don't know what the goal or the target is? CJ and Carl said, I'm actually blessed to be writing a book. I've got a publishing deal. And as I was working with my writer, she was talking to CJ and Carl, and she was just saying, tell me something about E.T. And they said, I'm going to be honest with you, E.T. wants it more now than he's ever wanted it before. They said it's weird. I don't know how. He's number 1 in the world. He's hungrier now than he's ever been before. It's like an obsession. Like he's obsessed with being the best that he could be. He has an insatiable desire. Why? I have a target. What's the target? The Nobel Prize. That's the target. That's the target. When you're in football, it's the Lombardi Trophy. I want to show you the power of clarity. LeBron wakes up every day and does what he does because he knows what he's going after. It's specific. The Lombardi Trophy. I saw Lombardi name here. Lombardi in football. Stanley Cup. It's specific. Nobel Prize. Somebody said, why are you going after the Nobel Prize? Because LeBron going after. Because Tom Brady going after. I'm going after what Martin Luther King went after. I'm going after what Gandhi went after. I'm going after what Mother Teresa went for. I'm going for what? I'm going for the Nobel Prize. And that's why I wake up with so much passion every day, because I know what I'm going to get. I don't wake up for a car. The car gonna come with the Nobel Prize. I don't wake up and look for money. Money come with the no. There's no Nobel Peace Prize or Nobel winner that's broke. There's no Nobel winner that was in poverty. There's no Nobel Prize winner that you don't know, that they don't have recognition, that they don't have impact. So I don't have to chase that stuff. I'm chasing the Nobel Prize. You owe them your best. No excuses. You're not kids no more. You're an adult male now. You owe. Somebody worked hard to give you what you have. You at least owe them what you said you was going to give them. No more. I'm not asking for no more. But whatever you told coach and the coaching staff you was going to do it. Girlfriend or no girlfriend. Do it. Tired or not tired. Do it. You said you was going to do it out your mouth. You're a man now. And a man is only as good as his word, not his emotions. Your emotions don't win championships. Emotions don't build buildings. Emotions tear it down. So whatever's going to cause you not to be your best, stop it. You owe somebody in this room. I'm here today because I owe my mother, and I did her wrong. I owe my mother. The best thing I could have ever done for my mother was graduate from high school so she, like every other parent, could sit in that room and hear her last name called. And I blew it. I didn't give her that. But I will spend the rest of my natural life. My grandma was proud. My grandma said, what was that? What was that? That was Wingstop, Grandma. I'm going to Wingstop. Grandma told my father, go get me something from Wingstop. My baby was on Wingstop. My auntie watched the sermon I do every Saturday. She watched and texts me, are you hearing what I'm telling you? You owe people. You didn't get here on your own. Somebody made a sacrifice before you. You owe it to this university to bring a national title. That's a legacy. That's a legacy. Your responsibility is not to come here and just eat off the legacy. Your responsibility is to come and defend the legacy. Because if you don't defend it, it won't be here 5 years from now. It won't be here 10 years from now. I'm writing a book. I'm not writing a book for myself. As a matter of fact, I told them, keep the $400,000. I don't need it. Give me 50-50. I don't need y'all money. Give me 50-50. They said, why you want 50-50? Because this book is for my grandkids. We're going to make millions and we're going to make sure they have something when they come. And the kids are already straight. Why? Because of the decisions that I made. I made some decisions not to play video games. I made some decisions not to watch TV. I made some decisions that I want. What do you want, Ed? I want a better future for my kids than I had. And I love my mom. And I love what she did. But she had me at 17 years old. It was a child raising a child. And there was some dysfunction in there. Is this generation going to be perfect? Absolutely not. But we're going to set each one up to be better. What do you want? Not what do you want to get. You're a man now. Not what do you want to get. Not what do you want to receive. What do you want? And what do you want to do for this program?
Here's the deal. If you get to the top of the tree, all the fruit from the bottom at the top is going to be there, son. Be there, son. Be there. I'm trying to tell you the reason why you're not doing it is not because you don't have what it takes to do it. Not because you don't have the ability to do it. But whatever it is you say you're going to do, the meaning is not strong enough. Somehow the meaning is not strong enough. You've not put enough value in it. You don't have enough skin in it. You played around with it so much that you don't have nothing to lose if you don't do it. What I'm telling you is you got to create the type of scenarios, not the goal, the type of scenarios that if it doesn't work, you lose everything. And because you cannot lose everything, you got to make it happen. So I don't need you focusing on cars and money and stuff. You're going to get that. I need you to focus on why you were born in the first place. Why are you here on earth for this particular time? What are you doing here? And those of you in this room, you are great. You are phenomenal, and you're not walking in it because you don't know who you are and what you want. So there is no playtime. There is no fun time. If you don't know what you want, then you've not begun to live yet. And so I need you to spend, hey, E.T., I don't know what I'm passionate about. You better find out. It's our time right now. I want to make that plain. Listen to me very closely. There should be a sense of urgency. We don't have another 100. We don't have another 150. We don't have another 175. We don't have another 200 years. They talked about the legends. One day you will be gone, but you may not necessarily be a legend. You're going to die regardless. Being a legend is a choice. It's a choice. It's a choice. It's a choice. There's only one thing that changed. I went from a victim to a victor. The only thing that changed, guys, is my perspective about life. I realized that nobody owes me nothing and nobody's probably gonna give me nothing. And if something's gonna change, I'm going to have to make it change. I activated. Like you don't see that on YouTube. You don't see that on my TGI. It's a dog fight. My wife, 7 legions found on her brain. It's a dog fight. It hasn't been easy. It's a dog fight. The road hadn't been success. Like it's just a paved road and like E.T. go this way. It's been rough. It's been crooked. It's been hard. But I've made up in my mind that I will get a reward for the pain that I go through. I will not stop in the middle of the process. I will not be defeated. I will not be destroyed. I will take everything that happens in my life and I will allow the pain to push me to greatness. You passion. You can't stop it. You can contain it for a while, but you cannot stop. This is life. And you can't defeat me.
Look, that's my whole message. It's just gonna take me some time to get you there. I can, I will, I must be demanded. I can, I will, I must be demanded. I can, I will, I must be demanded. You gonna get it, I can, I will, I must. When you feel it in your spirit, I can, I will, I must be demanded. I can, I will, I must be demanded. Demanded. If you are a 1, you cannot expect to lead 2s, 3s, 4, 5s. If you're a 1, you can only lead 0s. It doesn't make you a bad person. You just need to focus on 0s. The problem is you were 1 trying to lead 3s. But when you become the right person and you become a 10, you become a leader. Why? Because 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, they follow you.
So listen to me, when we leave, I'm gonna walk you through some stuff, but before we leave, I just need you to be the right person. So I was listening to a young lady, on Instagram with my wife, and she was like, well, why do men do this? My wife was like, I don't know why my wife was talking to Instagram. I was like, sweetheart, she can't hear you. But my wife was like, young lady, you're not dealing with men, you're dealing with boys. So you're having problems. And I said to my wife, I was like, wow, we've been married 31 years. And as I became a man, my wife started doing things that she wouldn't do when I was a boy. And my professors started doing things they wouldn't do when I was a boy. And businesses started doing things for me that they wouldn't do when I was a boy. But when I became a man. And so for those of you who, I don't want you to think leadership is you're over somebody. I don't want you to think leadership is a title, because it's not. Leadership is you become. So I want to say it one more time, we're going to get started. Kia said to me the other day, I was speaking somewhere, and he was like, a marriage thing. And he was like, man, I can't wait to get married. I was like, whoa, relax. He's like, I'm trying to find love. I was like, you can't find love. Like, it's nowhere. Like, if you could find it, I would tell you where it is. But you can't find it. I said, here's what I want you to do. I want you to spend time becoming a man. And somewhere in this world, she's becoming a woman. I don't know when it's going to happen, but somewhere you're going to be somewhere doing man stuff. And she's going to be in the same room doing woman stuff. And y'all going, as a matter of fact, here's what blew my mind, right? I just figured this out about 3 or 4 years ago. I've been with Dee Dee since 90 we got married, 87 we started dating. Some kind of way my wife and I were talking about 3 years ago, and I come to find out that my wife mother was close to my family. I didn't know her. And my wife was at the same funeral with my 5-year-old cousin when he died. I was about 7 years old, she was 6. We were literally in the exact same location at 6 and 7 years old. We both were at the funeral, but we didn't get married or meet each other then because we were both kids. But when we both grew up and realized what we wanted to do in our lives, we collided at a church and we went to college together and got married after our freshman year. Today is about becoming. And once you become, you won't. So I'm not number one in the world. Listen to me. I see you. I'm not number one in the world, guys, because somebody told me to go on YouTube. Nobody told me to go on YouTube. There was a recession. Ford, GM, Chrysler went down, and I just thought, what up? I just started motivating people on Monday. It's your boy, E.T. Bump, thank God it's Friday. There is no thank God it's Friday without thank God it's Monday. You don't have no money on Friday if you ain't went to work on Monday. There's no partying if you broke. So let's not focus on Friday. Let's focus on Monday, because if we have an explosive Monday, we can have a phenomenal weekend. And the world started listening to my stuff. And then I went from doing it on Monday because the world was loving it. I'm walking through the airport. People like, what up? Do that thing you do. I'm like, what? The what up? I'm like, that's corny. Like, bro, I'm from the D, bro. I don't be just walking around doing that. I just do that. That's like asking JJ Dynamite every time he walking around. Like, bro, I don't do that, bro. That's corny. They was like, no, do it though. And I was like, all right, what up? I'm in the airport feeling crazy. What up? It's your boy, E.T. And the world started loving it. So guess what I do? I started doing it every day. And then I started doing it twice a day. Then I started doing 3 times a day. That's just what I'm saying. 120. Nobody told me to do that. I just started developing. How did you get so much content? I was just reading a whole bunch of books. What makes the great great? I was just reading books. So here's what I need you to do for me. I need to develop the whole you. Why? Because when you look at this building, right, this is crazy. On the left side, this is what the building looked like. On the left side. And I wish you could see the big pictures, like palm trees, the ocean is right there. This is in Miami. It's beautiful. But when you look on the left side, what happened was somebody was more concerned with the glass on the outside. Somebody was more concerned with the countertops. Somebody was more concerned with the marble floor. Somebody was more with the chandeliers. Like, and they came in and saw it and spent thousands of dollars to be in this. Somebody didn't do the real work. And one day, because they didn't do the real work, the whole building crashed down. You say, Eric, the whole building didn't crash down. It's just the right side. Listen to me very closely. When the right side came down, guess what happened? Everybody lived on the left side got out of it. So the whole building crashed. What I'm telling you today is you can make money if you want to. And if all you do is make money, I promise you, you're going to crash. Why? Because money does not solve every challenge. When my wife got MS, I couldn't just sprinkle money over her. When my wife got MS, we had to go to prayer. We had to go to God. And people said, when Dee Dee got MS, Eric, it didn't look like it bothered you. What happened? I said I had been praying for 20 years at 3 o'clock in the morning, every day, 20 straight years. So when she got sick, I just got up the next day and took it to God. And if you see Dee Dee today, you wouldn't even know she had MS. Why? Because prayer saw some things money can't, but I can't. But listen to me very closely. I cannot go to the gas station and pray over my tank. Our Father which art in heaven, hallowed be some gas. So I'm not saying one is better than the other one. I'm saying when we die, if there is a heaven, you can't take your money there. I'm saying health, right? Right, listen to me, what, mass, if that's what it takes, I don't know. But I wake up every day and I'm worried about my immune system. I'm doing 30 minutes on the Peloton. I'm running a half hour a day. Listen to me, I'm taking vitamin D, vitamin C. Are you hearing what I'm saying? I'm getting my cardio up. I'm trying to tell you, it ain't just one thing. You can't just do one thing. You have to be balanced all around. You can't just be obese and just take a shot. No, listen to what I'm trying to tell you. I'm telling you the truth. I could be like an entertainer and tell you a lie. You got to do the whole thing. Why don't you develop you? Why don't you develop you? They developed a company, a phenomenal company. Now it's time for you. Listen to me very closely. I don't care how much money I give you. You're going to blow it if you're not financially developed. And what do you mean by that, Eric? Here's how I blew up. I blew up because just maybe last 2020, my wife MS, so I moved her to California only in the winter. It's a vitamin D deficiency, so we live in California in the winter. It's rough in Detroit on her body. Listen to me very closely. I live in listen to me, when people come to my house, they like, yo, you the number one motor. My boy Willie Moe Jr. just came. He was like, you ET. And he walked in my house like, bro, you live in a 2,300 square foot home. I was like, actually, it's 2,278 square feet. Not quite 2-3. That's how I blew up. Because I never bought a house to impress people. I bought a house to take care of our needs. No, I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with a big house or a mansion. I'm not saying that. I'm just telling you, when I bought my house, I didn't buy for you. I bought for us. I didn't buy so you could come over and go, whoa. And so when my boy left, he said, man, E, I've never seen that in my life. I was like, seen what? He was like, the peace that's in your house. That's whole. He didn't say nothing about the car. He didn't say nothing about the 2 paintings my wife had that she bought from Home Goods. He didn't notice the Home Good. He didn't notice the artwork. It took her hours to find those pieces. He said, I never got that type of rest before. There's a spirit of one accord in your home. There's a spirit of peace in your house. So I need y'all to do me a huge favor. Need you to be fair. Don't hang your hat on one area of your life and think you're successful. Somebody talk to me. Yep, before I point, what do you got to do to separate yourself?
Wake up earlier than the rest.
Yep. What time is that? What time are they getting up?
Getting up at 9.
Good. So you need to be up at least by what? 7. Am I better than the other motivational speakers? I don't know if I'm more talented than them. I just know I get up at 3 o'clock and put my videos out first. I just know I do 5 a day. So if you're actually better than me, nobody will know. All right, watch this. Tony Robbins back in the day, Les Brown back in the day, when you watched a 2-minute video and you ordered one of their videos, how long you think it take for the CD to get to the crib or the DVD to get to your crib? Anybody, how long you think it takes? 4 weeks. 4 weeks. I did something nobody else did. I gave away my content. I put my content out every day. You're probably in love with E.T. at that point. You're about to get a divorce. You just failed your bar exam. Your team just lost in the championship. You don't need motivation 4 weeks from now. I saw a gap, y'all. I saw a gap in the industry, and I said, just give your stuff away for free. And guess what? When you give it away for free, they will be endeared to you because I believe the content is sweet. You know, when you go to the grocery store or you go to the mall and they say, try fried rice. You're like, yo, I'm good on that. No, try fried rice. You're like, bro, I want to try fried rice. And then you taste it, you're like, ooh. They're like, come, $5.99. Right? They gave it to you for free. And then you bid it for free, and guess what happened? You bought a whole meal. So I'm being real. What are you going to do to separate yourself? I separated myself. I started getting up early, 3 o'clock in the morning. I'll never forget a kid from Chicago told me, like, yo, E, you talking about thank God it's Monday. You release your videos on Sunday night. I said, bruh, it's Sunday in Chicago. It's Monday in Singapore. It's Monday in Australia, baby. We ain't just getting American money. We all over the world. I'm separating myself. I'm putting my stuff out on Sunday night in the shy, but in the world, it's Monday. So what are you doing to separate yourself? 2, 3 more. Talk to me. What are you doing? Wake up early. I love it. What are you doing?
Having extreme ownership.
Good. Taking extreme. I love that. Accountability. Coach ain't got to tell you. Your mama ain't got to tell you. Your daddy ain't got to tell you. But that's what happened when you got an entitled spirit and you think you there already. You don't hold yourself accountable. Good. Talk to me.
Figure out your priorities.
Good. Figure out your priorities. Give me some of your priorities. So you leaving the gym early. Give me an example sometime what you left the gym early for. Good. How much money that pay you? No, I'm gonna say it again. How much money that pay you? But staying in the gym could possibly do what? Take care of your family. Good. Somebody else. Love it. Talk to me.
Stop worrying about what other people got.
Good. Stop worrying about what other people got. Because one day you gonna what?
Happy yourself.
Bro, when I see these bros when I see them making paper, this is what my mama used to tell me. My mama say, if he got his mail, then that mean the mailman is on the... When I watch, and this year I'm like, whoa, we can make that kind of money. Let's go, E. And guess what? It don't mean I'm gonna make the same money, but it shows me I can be a millionaire as an African-American male who puts in the time with his craft. So I'm not watching what other people are doing, but am I being inspired by other people? Absolutely. So we're not watching what they do because guess what happens? Just because a man is on top one day, it don't mean he's gonna be on top forever. And just because you're not on top today don't mean you ain't gonna be on top forever. Who would have ever thought Toronto would have won this year? Right? That came out of nowhere. Everybody was saying what about the East? Everybody was saying what about the East? They don't got a chance, right? All kind of stuff happened. They got a chance. So I love it. Good. 2 more. Where we at, baby? Talk to me. This is where the rubber meets the road, where you take personal accountability. Good. Hey, can I say this? No disrespect to rap and where rap is, but like, don't try to be something you like. Don't listen to stuff on and try to be something you're not. All right? Don't be like a studio gangster. Right? For real, some of y'all, you come from good backgrounds. Like, embrace that. Some of y'all come from good homes, good parents. You got 2 parents at the crib, or you got your mom and your dad both involved in your life. Your grandma doggone took you to church. Your mom prayed with you, and you get out the house trying to act like, you feel me? Like I told you, I'm from the Chi. You can look up my birth certificate. I went to school too in Detroit. You can look it up. I don't got to act like I'm hard. I don't got to act like I'm nothing. Like I'm going to be who I am. Y'all all came outside. Each one of y'all, when y'all came outside, I did what? I shook your hand and looked you in your eye and said, what's up? And I said what to you? I said who I was and where I'm from. Some of y'all, you big time. You like, whatever. Who was this jerk? Or who's this dude? I'm like, I don't care how big time you are. Hi, I'm Eric Thomas. My grandma killed me if I don't introduce myself. That's just what my grandma taught me. That's polite. I don't care how much money I got. I don't care how much fame I got. We all humans. Be who you are, bruh. Whoever you are, wherever you come from. You come from the suburbs, you ain't got to claim like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you from the north side of Chicago, you ain't got to be, you from the suburbs, you ain't got to be like, yo, I'm from the west side. You ain't got to try to claim something you not or be something you not. Like, be comfortable in your own skin is what I'm trying to tell y'all. That's how I blew up. I wasn't trying to be rebellious wearing a hat. I'm from Run DMC era hat, LL Cool J hat, the Fat Boys hats, UTFO hats. That's the era I'm from. I've been rocking 5950s since I was 16 years old. The shoes, that's my game, bro. I don't do shirt and ties. I think a black man in a suit and tie look phenomenal. I just don't do shirt and tie. I'm from the D. My people worked at Ford, GM, and Chrysler. Didn't nobody wear suits to the plant. We hard hats. So I'm myself, bro, and I'm comfortable with myself. I'm about 5'10" with my shoes on. I'm comfortable. Dude, like, are you short? I'm comfortable. Married 5'10". Been married 30 years, 5'10". 2 beautiful kids, 5'10". I don't need to be 6'6". That's your life. I see dudes 6'10". I'm like, you wasting it. You bragging about you 6'8". You wasting the height. I'm using all my 5'10", bro. I'm using all of it. Not to be funny, I ain't never got beat up. I use all my 5'10". I ain't been broke. I use all my 5'10". I use my mouth. I don't dream to be 6'4". I love my life. Y'all gotta start loving your life. And whether you make it to the league or not, you are not who you are because of the league. You are who you are because of who you are. And if you make it to the league, then the league is gonna be blessed with your presence. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Be comfortable on who you are. Be comfortable if y'all poor. If you come from a family right now that's broke, you use that to your advantage. I use that to my advantage that I was a high school dropout, that I was homeless, that I ate out of trash can. I love dealing with a dude who think because he come from money, he better than me. Let's go. Let's go. You got money, but do you got that dog? Yeah, you got money, you got privilege, but do you got that dog? Do you got that stamina? So yeah, you might have something I don't have right now, but if I work hard, I can have what you have. So as I leave, guys, if you a person who respect, like when you walked outside, if you speak to people, just because the people you running with don't speak to people, don't you do what? Don't you not speak? You like, yo, y'all do y'all. But I speak. What's up, bro? Like my man gave me a firm one when we was out there. He gave me a firm one. I remember him because of that. He looked me in my eye and said his name. Are you hearing me? Don't forget who you are. Don't forget where you come from. My last name is Thomas. I represent my stepfather who stepped in my life because my old dude didn't want to be there. I represent him. I could change my name if I wanted to, but everywhere I go, I respect the man who came in for me when my father wasn't there for me. My mom was 17 years old. High school, they told her to get an abortion. I respect my mom for not getting an abortion, and so I respect the last name. Everywhere I go, I bring my mama pride. Everywhere I go, I bring my sister's pride. I bring my son's pride. Everywhere I go, I bring a pride. Son, you ever had you been out on the block somewhere and heard some bad news about your dad? I ain't perfect, but had somebody come up and tell you something that was embarrassing to you about me? I got kids, the decisions I make. My son has to deal with the decisions I make. My daughter has to deal with the decisions I make. Your mama and daddy and your family have to deal with the decisions you make. So tomorrow, when you start training, train like this, it's your life, not a game, like this your life. Like this the last opportunity, the only opportunity. Give it everything you got. And if you fail, you can at least do what? Come on, you can say what? You tried. But if you don't go out there and give 120%, you're not a man. A man don't always put forth effort and accomplish his goals. As men, we fail too. We don't always do everything perfect, but if you're a real man, you try. Are you hearing what I'm saying? If you're a real man, you try. I said my biological father wasn't no real man, not because I'm mad at my man, but he wasn't there. When you played football, how many games did I make? When you broke your femur, who was at the hospital? When you graduated from high school, where was I? I've always been there. I ain't trying to tell you I'm the man because I got money. I'm the man because I have a responsibility and I live up to my responsibilities. I give 120% of everything I do. That's all I'm asking you to do. So when you go out there, stop playing yourself. Don't disrespect this game. Don't dishonor this game. If you're going to go out there, don't go out there with just skill. Go out there with skill and go out there with will. At some point, I see y'all in D1. I see y'all every year. I do the NBA draft. What is it called, son? Transition rookie camp. I'm there. So if you make it to the league, I'll see you there. I'm here for you. Some of you come from a very great support system. You don't need no more support, but some of y'all need support, right? And I'm here to support you. If that's you, pull out your phone. I'm gonna give you my number real quick. Bible says give honor where honor is due. CP3 know people all over the world. He and his family can have anybody here. And he brought me here. So on behalf of myself, my son, and my family, I just want to say thank you, bro, for the opportunity, man. Thank you, guys. If y'all don't mind, we're going to go back and forth. And it's a privilege for me because And somebody just tell me real quick, you know, I'm old, so when I was born in the 70s, like my grandma would have a picture of Dr. Martin Luther King. Anybody, y'all familiar with Dr. Martin Luther King? I just know, you know what I'm saying? I know, you know, this generation really ain't like, some of y'all ain't into black history like that, but when we was young, my grandma would have a picture of Jesus Christ and Martin Luther King right there, right? And so when we was coming up, Martin, Malcolm, Marcus Garvey, you know, Sojourner Truth, Harriet Tubman, like that's what they put in us, right? So real quick, the reason why I like to do this kind of stuff is because you guys got an opportunity of a lifetime. And sometimes, you know, your youth is the best thing you got going for you, but sometimes it could be, you know, it could be the opposite, right? So let me just ask you this question. What state are we in right now? Good, North Carolina, right? So you talented, a lot of y'all talented, but let's just say 150 years ago, 200 years ago, right here on this actual land, if it was a whole bunch of black men in this room like this, you would be what? You feel me? I just want to make sure y'all get it. So I know you sweet. You like, yo, I'm a baller, I'm going to the pro. I get it. But what I'm trying to explain to you is 200 years ago in the same land, on the same spot, it could have been dudes that look just like you, buff as you, tall as you, as talented as you, but they didn't have an opportunity to do what? They couldn't go to the league. They could only go where? To the fields. And they had to work from sun up to sundown. So hear what I'm saying. Opportunity. You have an opportunity of a lifetime. And what I'm trying to get you to understand is when you understand you have an opportunity, you play a little different. For real, like when you realize it. So I'm a high school dropout. So when I got my first opportunity to speak, just like a lot of you, I don't know, tell me the age. When you first picked up that rock and was like, yep, this is me. How old were you when you was like, yep, I can do this? 10 years old, 10, 11 years, that's big. How old were you? 12 years old. How old were you? 13. You talk to me real quick though. Give me that. So what was it though? You picked up the rock. What happened? Like, how did you know? All right, football ain't necessarily that. That may not be like I could do it, but this is what I want to do. What did that feel like?
Felt good.
Good. And so what were you doing? Was you dribbling, shooting? Good, shooting, right? And when you were shooting, you was like, yep, I want to go to the league, right? So there's a league for you. But I told you 200 years ago, if you picked up a rock, there wasn't what? There wasn't a league for you. So you got a league now. So when I dropped out of high school and I started going to this church and let me speak, I picked up the mic. I was 16 years old. I picked up the mic. I'm not going to say it was the best speech I ever did, but when I picked up that mic and got off that stage, I was like, yep, I can do it. And so you looked up to who when you played ball? Like, who were the people you looked up to? Kobe. LeBron. CP. D-Wade. Kobe. I was the same thing with me with Dr. Martin Luther King. When I saw Dr. Martin King up there like in Washington, like all those people, I got a dream. When I saw Malcolm, like boom. And I saw hundreds of black men, boom. Like, let's go. I'm like, ooh, I could do that. Like I could do that. And then when I found out I could make money doing it and I could take care of my family, I was like, showtime. Like you only got one shot, E. So here's what I want to tell you. You have an opportunity, but to keep it 100, how many jobs are in the NBA? For real, because I know you sweet. I'm not taking nothing away from that. But you got to understand that pride come before a fall. You got to understand that pride come before a fall. So I want you to be sweet, but don't be so prideful that you don't look at the facts. It's 400 jobs. It's 400 jobs in the league. But how many, let's just say, for real, I ain't being prejudiced, but how many just black men in the United States of America do you think trying to go to the NBA? You think it's more than 400? How many of y'all think it's about 1,000 dudes? Chicago, Detroit, Gary, Indiana, Houston, New Orleans. How many of y'all think there's more than 1,000 cats across the country, LA, Oklahoma, who trying to go to the league? Let me see your hands. Jersey, I'm sorry, no doubt. Don't forget Jersey. I love it. Don't forget Jersey. Jersey trying to go. How many of y'all think it's 10,000? He said more. How many you think? Million. So you say millions. So I say about 50,000 maybe who can really play. You have 50,000 people who all is trying to fight for 400 jobs. France, Italy. So now you right. He said millions. You're probably right now. You know what I'm saying? Because I was just thinking about the United States of America. I'm not thinking about the rest of the world. And so you said 400, but are those 400 jobs available every year? So those 400 not even available. So I don't know the numbers because I don't play ball. Somebody give me the numbers of what's available in the league every year. How many real jobs are in the league every year? 45 jobs. And you just told me you got 1 million of them wanting. So I just want to tell you a couple things, right? Because when we were enslaved, there were some people like Frederick Douglass. He had that dog. Go study him. He was like, y'all ain't gonna lock me down. I'm good. I'm gonna get my own freedom. You're not locking me down. Right? There was people, Booker T. Washington, Frederick Douglass, like go back. Carter G. Woodson, there's dudes back in the day, they wrote. So here's what I want to tell you, that a lot of the people that's gonna get those 45, they're gonna have to have that dog. Right? So I want to say this to you. It's a lot of you for real. You just feel like flat out. It's just automatic. That's how you feeling. First of all, you got to realize there's injury. Anything can happen to you. So let's not even deal with injury. Let's just deal with for real. 45 jobs and everybody fighting for them. Number one, I'm going to be real with you. Number one, if you're going to get it, you're going to have that dog. You're going to have that dog. You're going to have to be that dude that say, I'm not just going with skill. So here's where a lot of kids that I meet, I don't care what it is. I work in NFL, NBA, Major League Baseball. I work with soccer. I'm in Australia working. I'm all over the world. Sports, period. There's a one type of dude who feel like because he's gifted that it's just an automatic road for him. And let me tell y'all something. You are gifted, but you better humble yourself. You listen to what I tell you. How many people in here, you 6'6" or taller? Let me see your hand real quick. 6'6" or taller. All right, let me say this to you. You ain't had nothing to do with that. You had absolutely nothing to do with it. That was the creator. You had nothing to do with that. I'm just being for real. Dude 6'8", he got Haley like I'm the man. That's like you came out. Your parents, however the DNA happened, you just came out with those skills. You were born with that. Right? You were born with that. You didn't do nothing to earn that. You were born with height. You were born with a structure. You came with a DNA. You was born with that. That's not what gets you in the league. Not what you were born with. You got skill and you got will. You got skill and you got will. Two total different things. You were born with certain things, but to get to the next level, and not just get to the next level, to stay at the next level, you got to have will when you get to that next level. So when you play, you have to compete. Right? Now let's be real. Y'all got to, you don't owe nobody in this room. I want y'all to be honest with me. How many of y'all can honestly say when it comes to the game, practice, that every time you practice, you got that same dog. You're giving 120%. Every time you practice, you don't care what the circumstances, what the situation is. Every single time, you giving 120%. Don't lie. Let me see your hands. Don't lie. Don't lie. All right, how many of y'all like, I'm gonna be real. Probably about 90% of the time, I'm giving 120%. Let me see your hand. 90% of the time. Good, hands down. 80% of the time. Let me see it. All right, so pull out your phones real quick. You got your phones? Pull your phones out. 3 things I'm letting y'all get out. First of all, understand, I'm just saying, make sure you understand this. You have an opportunity of a lifetime. So when people ask me, why are you so passionate? Because, bro, I got an opportunity to be a multimillionaire from talking. Bruh. From talking, and you're going to have opportunity. Bro, we started with speaking. We doing real estate. I own a solar company right here in North Carolina called Harbor Solar. I'm meeting with my guys tomorrow. Bruh, I'm a high school dropout. My daddy wasn't in my life. But I found out I had a gift. Then I found out your gift shall make room for you. And I'm like, ooh. Oh, you mean to tell me if I perfect this, I can eat and my kids can eat and my kids' kids can eat? So number one, opportunity. And every day I want you to wake up and not just go, I'm sweet like that. I want you to go, whoa. So let me tell you what I mean by that. I personally feel Martin Luther King would run circles around me. That's how I feel. I feel like if Martin Luther King was alive today and he preached and he had a robe, he'd have a switch on that boy, or at least the Jumpman boy be on his robe. I guarantee you, if Martin Luther King was speaking, a major brand would sponsor my man. Every time he had a drink, I bet you he Gatorade. Why? But the difference between Martin Luther King and me, my man was 26 years old with a PhD. 26. He was 26, 27, leading multitudes of people. But what's the difference between me and Martin Luther King? I think he's sweeter than me, but he wasn't no multimillionaire. What's the difference between me and Martin Luther King? Talk to me. What's the difference? Say it again. Opportunity. Where was the opportunity? What do you mean by opportunity?
You could make millions right now. You couldn't make millions.
You said it. He couldn't do what?
Couldn't make money
Why couldn't he make money in 1960 something? Why couldn't he make millions? What was happening to him? Instead of him making millions, what was happening to him? Segregate dogs. They sicking dogs. He in jail. They taking water on my man. They got police like brutality, beat my man down. I don't have to go through that. I got an opportunity. You got an opportunity. So here's the deal. When you have an opportunity, why would you give 80% when you have an opportunity? Somebody answer that for me. Y'all talk. Why would you give 80%, 70%? Why wouldn't you always give 120%? It's sports. It's basketball. Ain't no segregation. Why wouldn't you give 120%? Talk to me. What would make you not give 120%? You got to answer it.
Injury.
Good. Injury? All right, so how many of y'all don't give 120% because you injured? That's the only time you don't give 120%. Let me see your hand. Okay, good. Give me something real.
Don't mean enough to you.
Good. It don't mean enough to me. I want y'all to answer. Come on, because it's going to mean some of you answer it. Why don't you give 120%? Good. Who said that? Good. What do you mean you take it for granted? Good. You take it for granted. Good. What else?
You think you got it.
You think you got it. Let me ask you this question. I know you sweet for real. I know people talk about you. I know when you walk through the store. Look, I worked at Michigan State for 4 years. I've been in D1 all over, whatever. I know. I used to tease my ballers in D1. It's like they don't even got clothes. When they walk around, they just walk around with like whatever college you go to. It's like that's your gear. You ain't got no clothes. Like you can come to class when you want. You can do whatever you want. I already know you the man. We know that. Like I already get that. When you walk around, you young, people want your autograph. Every time you go somewhere, people whispering, is that you? I get that. But he said something important. You may get it, but right now what?
You don't got it.
For real, you might get it, but right now what? Oh, I can't hear y'all. You may get it, but right now what? You don't have it. And you acting like you what? So when you act like you make it, what happened? Good, give me some more stuff for real. That like I'm not giving 120. Talk to me. What else? Say it again. You said it's difficult? I can't hear him.
It might get difficult.
Okay, cool. And what do you mean it might get difficult? I don't play ball. So how can ball get difficult?
Stop making shots.
Good. Stop making shots so you lose your confidence. All right, what else? What else is stopping y'all from giving 120? We can't fix. Like, here's the deal. When y'all go play tonight, tomorrow, my goal is for you to go 120. So you're going to have the right people in here helping y'all. But if you giving me 70, 80, 90, you ain't giving me 120. You're not going to get out of this experience what you're supposed to get out. That's my job. From today on, you play whatever your best game is. You play that level every single time. It doesn't mean you're going to score every time, but the effort has it. You can always give 120% effort. You can't dictate if the ball going to always go in. You can't dictate what kind of game you're going to have. You can't dictate how your body is going to respond to moving around. But you can dictate your what? You can dictate your good. You can dictate your, you can always give 120 on your effort. So tell me again, give me two more. Why don't you always give 120% effort?
Laziness.
Say it again. Lazy, what does that mean? Why at your age would you be lazy?
Probably what you've done throughout your day.
Good.
That you don't.
Good. You're not disciplined. You're not. You rely again on skill and not on what? On will. You rely on skill, right? And when you get to the league, everybody's what? Everybody's skillful. When you get to the league, everybody got skill. You ain't in high school no more. You ain't in college, right? For real. I tell the football players all the time. I work with Auburn, Clemson, whatever. Like, guys, 9 out of the 10 teams you playing, they whack. You only playing about 3 good teams. But when you go to the pros, everybody you playing is a pro. Good. What else? Why wouldn't you give 120%? Effort.
I got one.
Yep.
Just like they're doing right now, instead of speaking up, everybody wants to be cool.
Yep.
Nobody wants to stand out and be a leader. So instead of somebody just stepping up and standing up and giving the man an actual answer, nobody wants to stand out in front of their friends and look different.
And I'm not mad at you. I'm just saying 45. You got 45 jobs, bro. You competing against 1 million people for 45 jobs. So if you don't want to talk, that's up to you. But I'm telling you, it's 45 jobs. And somebody in this room is going to be disappointed a couple years from now. And you know what's crazy? I do this all over the world, not just with athletes. A lot of the kids I see in school, I see them in prison. And when I go to prison and speak, and they're in prison, then they're ready to do what? They like, E, let me get that book, bro. I thought you told me you wrote a book. Can I get that book? I'm like, bro, I tried to give you the book when you was on the outside. So it's only 45 jobs. Talk to me.
Hard work's not fly, it's not sexy.
Good. Hard work isn't sexy. Good. What else?
Get baby by parents.
Say it again.
Get baby by their parents.
You're getting baby by your parents. Yeah. What else?
Lifestyle.
Yeah. What do you mean by that? Y'all tell me what do you mean by lifestyle?
Partying, chasing girls.
Partying, chasing girls. This right here, for a lot of y'all ain't got no discipline. It's killing you. It's killing you. And you don't even realize it's killing you. It's killing you. This ain't taking you to the league. That female ain't taking you to the league. All right, so here's what we're going to do. Number 2. All right, because if you're not giving 120, I'm not mad at you. My job is not to dog you out. My job is to help those of you who want to be 140. Which one of you guys in the room, you're like, yo, for real, E, I want to be one of the 45. Let me see your hand. I want to be one of the 45. Good, hands down. So now what I'm going to do is help you with your effort. So in your phone, write this down in your phone, the people you love. Give me 3 people you love the most. Give me 3 people you love the most. Put them down. 3 people. And when somebody, now this should be hard for them to respond to. I'm about to give you something easy. I'm going to give you a cakewalk. All right, 3 people, don't say mama, don't say daddy. I don't want common nouns. I want proper nouns. Say my name. 1 person, 2 people, give me the names of the people you put down in there. Give me the names. Yes, sir. Good. What did I say? What did I just say? Okay. No, I'm just saying, period. No common nouns. Give it to me. Give me the names. Good. Say their names. What's their names?
Javon, Michael, and Sean.
Good. What do you love about them?
Everything they put into.
Good. Younger or older?
All older.
All older. Good. Anybody else? Who you doing this for? Yep. Talk to me.
Randy, Selena, and God.
Good. Who are those people? I mean, I know God, but who's the other people?
Randy's my dad.
Okay.
Selena's my mom.
Good. Who else? Good. Talk to me. I'm about to help somebody right now. Somebody else. Help me out. Give me the names.
Jeanette Moore, Noel Powell, Marquise Bell.
Good.
Lakeisha, Chris, and Keanu.
Good. So some of you like me, I ain't have my daddy. Right? I'm from Chicago, South Side. I ain't had my father in my life. My father, high school dropout. To this day, he's 70 years old, never got it. I don't know who my grandfather is. My mom got pregnant with me at 17 years old. South Side of Chicago. She went to Dunbar High. I didn't have the people in my life that was supposed to be in my life, so I made some stupid decisions, dropped out of high school, homeless, living in abandoned buildings, eating out of trash can. I promise you, if a speaker came, I was like some of y'all, I wasn't saying nothing, but guess what happened? Guess what happened? Yep, one day I got a why. I got married, I had a son, and everything changed for me. That's why I'm asking you, who do you love? So when people ask me, E.T., why you get up at 3 o'clock in the morning? Why you putting videos up every day at 3 o'clock in the morning on Instagram? Number 1, because I want to be the best that ever done it. Like, I honor my craft. I want Dr. Martin Luther King to look at me and go, that's it, kid. I want Malcolm X to look at me and go, that's it, kid. Just like you got the Hall of Fame in basketball, I want to be the Hall of Fame in speaking. I want all the greats to look at me and go, that's it right there. Number 1, I'm competing against everybody else in the world. I'm not mad at them. I'm not against them. But when you number 1, you don't have to negotiate with your check. When you I remember when I was like number 25 or something, they would be like, okay, you got to fly here, you got to fly. Now I tell people how I fly. I tell people where I stay, where I don't stay. So number 1 in the world, what happened? One day I woke up and was like, I got to do this for my wife. Like, I don't know what happened, but she called me like, yo, E, I'm lost. I'm like, what you mean we lost? We live in Lansing. You can't be lost. She's like, I'm lost. I got a brain fog. Took her to the hospital, found out she had MS. The doctor was like, look, this is the one thing we could tell you. Stress caused MS. I told my girl, you will never work again. I'm talking about, you talk about speaking, go look at me 15 years ago. I was all right. But when my girl got diagnosed with MS, I'm like, it's showtime. You will never work again. My son, I didn't go to college. When you finish high school and go to Michigan State, I'm cashing you out. My daughter, I'm cashing you out. Listen to me very closely. I don't come from no sports background. My old dude wasn't in my life. My grandfather wasn't in my life. My son in college with a 745 LI. I wasn't playing. He worked with Michigan State basketball. He stayed where the athletes stayed. I wasn't playing. I found out I had a gift. I started thinking about what my mom need, what my sisters need, and a lot of y'all, you selfish, flat out. How many of you in this room? Some of y'all, you good. You don't make it to the league, you tight work. That ain't all y'all. How many of y'all, your mama really need you to go to the league? Let me see your hand. Hands down, I'm gonna say it again. How many of y'all need to move your mama out that neighborhood and y'all need to put your mama in another neighborhood and the league is how you gonna get there? Let me see your hand. So what I'm trying to tell you is, while you playing, it might be some cats in the league who really are going, or who do come from privilege, and you like thinking you them. I promise you, I ain't stupid. I ain't Tony Robbins. I don't come from where he come from. I don't come from where Kiyosaki come from. I don't come from where Zig came from. My mama barely finished Dunbar. I'm from the south side of Chicago. My mom married, then we moved to the west side of Detroit. I ain't had no safety net. I ain't had jack. And some of y'all practice and play like you got a doggone safety net. You acting like if you don't make it to the NBA, you got like some second opportunity that's gonna pay you $100 million. That's how you act. You act like, oh, if this don't work out, I'm cool. I'm just gonna go over here and do this boy right here. I'm gonna make 50 mil off this. How many of y'all in the room right now, your mama got a safety net? Other than you making it to the league, you got another way where you about to make 100 mil. Let me see your hand real quick. For real, because that's what you acting like. Now, if your parents got that, hey, you good. But some of you, your mama ain't got that. So when you hoop from now on, I don't want you to see basketball. I want you to see your mama getting out the hood. So every time you get your handle straight, your mama is that closer to doing what? Every time you get your character straight, you heard what the man said. He said if they got to choose between the two of y'all, they not choosing the snotty-nosed dude who think he everything, who don't speak to people. You know, when they always pick me, I always ask, why y'all pick me and not the other speakers? They say, because you easiest to work with. Because when you come, you don't talk down to nobody. You clean up behind yourself. He just said, I'm a grown man. They say you clean up behind yourself. You don't cause problems, E. So I need you to do me a favor. 2 more things, I'm letting you go. Number 1, this is not about basketball. This is about who? Yourself, and then who? Your family. Who's in the league? Anybody? I know you said a couple people in the league. Well, let's talk about, real quick, I just want y'all to see this. What's it like? They call that the draft. I'm sorry, I didn't make it to the draft. You made it the draft. What is it like, guys, to get picked up on a team, and then you call your mom or your dad, you let your mom and dad know you're on a team? What does that feel like? So that right there, that's the feel. Like, so I'm coming. So the days you don't feel like working out, it's easy. How do you get motivated? How you get pumped up? You think about mama and that feeling on draft day. And which one is more important? You get some rest or mama coming to the draft? I'm just being real. Which one is more important? So somebody locking you down, you trying to score and they locking you down. Like in your mind, you got to go, uh-oh, this ain't just about me getting locked down. This is about mama not having what? This mama not having what? Food. So at halftime, when coach go back over the stuff, when you come out, what you got to do?
Gotta kill.
You got to kill. I just told y'all, this is how my man eats. We got a solar company now. This is how my grandkids gonna eat. He doing his own personal thing. This is how we eat. This ain't no motivational presentation. This is how my mama eat right now. This is how my wife never have to go to work again. This is how we live on the West Coast and on the East Coast. And I ain't no baller. And I ain't making millions of dollars. But my gift is making room for me. Every time I get on 3 o'clock in the morning, I'm killing them. I'm killing them. Tony Robinson can't keep up. He's a phenomenal speaker, but he ain't from the Chi. He can't keep up. My motor. I got a different motor. I got a different grind. And I ain't doing just one video today. How many videos I'm doing? Where you at, Nikki? How many videos we doing?
Doing about like 5 a day.
Look, Tony, if you better than me, you can't keep up with me. I'm not suggesting that you don't work hard in terms of an idea, but I'm trying to tell you, if you grind, you will be broke the rest of your life or you will barely make it. This society did not become rich by workers. It came rich by the people who knew how to put the workers to work. Oh, come on, somebody. I know, ouch, amen, whatever you want to say. It's the truth. This country got rich off of 400 years of not paying nobody. That's how they became rich. It's free labor. You making somebody work for 400 years for free? Yeah, you rich. You ain't got to pay nobody. You ain't got to do insurance. I don't get insurance. I don't even get like paid vacation. I don't even get to take no time off. I'm a slave and I'm sick. You got to go pick cotton. And then if you get sweet with it, Eli Whitney. You get sweet with it and make a machine. You're not about to get the patent to the machine. Your master about to get the patent. And you might get lunch regularly. But you're not about to get paid. Kill that worker's mentality. You value effort over execution. For real. I love it. I love it. I love it. The have-nots, you think because you put in 50 hours, even though it was at 70%, you think that's the same thing as execution, and it's not. I was with my wife the other day, and we had look, we just got overwhelmed with it. We never knew that many people was going to buy. Like I said, we don't know who we are in the earth. We know that many people was going to buy the journals. Like, it was just unbelievable. So we all had to, Carl's house, my house, we all packing books, putting it up. I promise y'all, the way my wife worked, I was like, yo, I can't do that. I just bowed down to her. I was like, wow, you got MS and still killing me. I bowed down, sweetie. I need a break. You know what I'm saying? I would have been a house Negro. I'm like, I can't do it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being 100. My wife on some field stuff. I'm like, I can't do it, sweetie. I'm like, no, my wife was like, yo, when those boxes come in, those people ordered it. However many boxes come to our house, they must all be shipped tonight. I was like, boo, we don't even know how many boxes is coming. I said, can we count the boxes first? We have no idea how many boxes coming. We don't even know if we have enough supplies. My wife, that's a different mindset. My wife said when they come in the house, they will be packaged, and whatever post office she found out one point, I said, the post office closed at 4:30. She said the one in our neighborhood, the one up the street 15, 20 minutes away, it closed at 9:30. I said, how you know that? You know what I'm saying? I only know about the one by the neighborhood. She got a different mindset. So a lot of you think for real, like you put in a lot of effort and you looking at your boss like, what's up? But what you don't realize is your boss don't make money off of effort. Your boss make money off of execution. So I watched my wife grind, and we got them suckers done, and they kept coming in, and she kept doing it, and I was burnt out. I ended up getting a gig. I was like, praise God, I'm out. I was on the plane first class like, thank you, Father, for the break. You know what I'm saying? Bless her heart. Right? You entertainment seeking. E, did you see Power? Absolutely not. Did you see the Game of Thrones? Absolutely not. I'm trying to blow up. I'm trying to blow up after the blow up. I'm number one. Now I'm trying to find out what's after number one. And you know what that is? That's not a speaker. That's a businessman. So I'm trying to own as many companies as I can, get as much equity as I possibly can. I don't got time for the Game of Thrones. I'm playing my own games. I'm trying to sit on the throne. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get a throne. I'm just saying, for real, some of you broke and you still entertained. Like, I'm not even tripping on those of you who got money and you comfortable and you want to chill and watch it. I'm talking about those of you who are complaining about your job. You ain't got no money and you sitting here complaining about, but then you watching all the TV programs. That's a have-not mentality. The rich person made Game of Thrones. They don't even watch it like you watch it. They can't even enjoy it. They put that joker together. They watching it like, that didn't come right. Oh, Lord, she didn't say it right. They were off. Oh, man, okay, next episode. You sitting there in a house that you can't even afford. You in your mama basement watching Game of Thrones. You just comfortable. I just need to come out right now. See, give me a device on the next one. We could just start hitting folks in the face. Just blah. I need to bring you to your senses. You in your mama basement watching TV. All right. Pleasure before payment. For real, you like to get, you do things that you can't afford. For real, you do stuff you can't afford. And then you don't understand that this society is built rich off of people who like pleasure before payment. They making money off of you because you buy a car you can't afford and they charge you 5-6 times more for it. They give you a house that you can't afford and you thought it was $300,000, but come to find out when you finish paying for it 15, 30 years later, the house wasn't $50,000, $100,000. Now it's about $700,000. You didn't pay the extra $500,000 for a house. That's not worth it. But they caught you because you was broke. They saw you watching the Game of Thrones. They saw you. No, they laughing, Aunt. They think I'm playing. They got you monitored when you watch it. They know your spending habits. This thing is crazy. I wasn't even in Michigan for 4 months. I was on the road. I came back, went to like the Myers, and I just brought one thing, and they gave me coupons for everything I buy. I was like, somebody watching me. How they know I eat that? And I eat that. And I eat that. And I ain't bothered in a while. And they just gave me a coupon for it. They watching you. You just thought the mail came randomly. A car came to your crib, credit card. You're trying to start a business. You're broke. We're about to give you $50,000 at $2 million interest. You didn't read that part. It was so small. You was just geek. I got a credit card. I prayed and the credit card came. No, don't put that on God. You didn't make your credit card holy. I'm sorry. I know, but they getting mad. Let me stop. They don't value delayed gratification. You're undisciplined. Man, if I could go here, but I can't go here. Man, listen to me very closely. A lot of you could be millionaires, but because you're not disciplined, he pulls on a couple. Some of you because you're not sexually disciplined, you've had people take stuff from you and you've been in places and relate. I just saw 2 young women that lost their lives that was on some dating thing and went to some man. I was just like, yo, where they do that at? Where do you just trust somebody online that you don't even know? What was it about you that you was had such a low self-esteem, and then it was twins, it was sisters? That you just gonna go to some man's house you don't even know? Come on. Then another young lady just went to jail. Her man told her he killed somebody, and she took a saw and saw. I'm like, boo, you about to go to jail? I'm like, wow, is it that love that deep these days? People buying stuff. I'm like, well, you ain't grateful for what God, you gotta get the extra hookups? I ain't mad at you, but if you do that, you understand what you attracting. And then you mad when you ain't attracting a successful man of character and integrity and God, but you're not putting that out. Okay, I'm sorry. All right. Listen to me very closely. Your zero is going to go to the next level when you can learn to say no. I was just at a function. My man was like, E, you did a phenomenal job, bruh. We doing happy hour at 3:30. I said, my plane leave at 3:50. He said, you're not going to stay for happy hour? I said, bro, I'm not here for no we don't know each other like that. Happy hour? I came to speak. I didn't come to build no relationship with you. I didn't come to drink with you. Drink? Bro, I don't even drink. And if I drank, I would drink at home. I wouldn't drink in front of you and get loose like that and start talking crazy. You don't need to know me like that. You need to know me as the #1 motivational speaker in the world, flawless. I'm not, but that's what you need to know me as. You don't even need to get close enough to me to know my faults. This is a business transaction. You going doing business with people drinking like y'all, what you being social for? You don't have no discipline. Drink when you get home. You just see some free wine. You see some free alcohol. Drink when you get home. This is business. Boundaries. There are boundaries. My man like, yo, why you gotta go? Because I'm married. I got a wife. I'm going home. We finished. We ain't got no more business to do. You told me you wanted a 2-hour presentation. I did it. I'm going home. But E, this is a resort. And I'm going home. Why? Because I can't get in trouble at home. I can't get in trouble at the crib. I can get in trouble at this resort. It's a lot of temptation at this resort. So I'm going home. Where it's okay to get into temptation at the crib. The bed is undefiled. Like I can come home and do this. I can't be doing that over there. And many of you are not where you're supposed to be, not because you're not gifted. You have absolutely no discipline. For real, this old school. My grandma used to be like, when you go to somebody's house, sit your butt down somewhere. Like, be careful with all that. I'm here. That turns people off. Look at me. That turns people off. Just find somewhere to serve and serve. Or if you can't find nowhere to serve, sit your butt down and observe. Sit down and observe. Observe where you can serve. Right? So don't do all that talking. Don't be running your mouth. Just sit down somewhere. They know you there. They invited you. So sit down and go, okay, where can I serve? So I was like, all right, Tony, I got you. And I knew what he said. Can I be real? It stung a little bit. It did. It stung a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But I was encouraged because I knew what to do the next time. And so the next time I was with the big boys, I act like I belonged there. So I wasn't over talking, nervous, shaking. I was like, yo, I belong here. For some of you, the next level is just accepting that you belong there, right? Like forgetting your past, forgetting where you come from, not worrying about what you think you don't have yet. Just relax and you belong there. So the next meeting after, they trained me and we talked, the next call was like, yo, E, what you doing tomorrow? I'm like, I don't know, what's up? He was like, Warren Buffett's coming to town. I'm only inviting 30 people to come and I want you to be one of them. I'm like, I'm there. I'm like, where you want me? He was like, downtown Detroit. I was like, Woodward. I was like, I'll be there, right? No talking, no nothing. I don't have nothing to say. I didn't ask, why you want me to come? Warren Buffett is the 4th richest man in the world. I didn't ask no questions. I was like, all right, bet, right? So I told y'all, you heard the story before, but I did have a little struggle because I didn't know what to wear. Because I was like, I don't know if this is the time, to like let go of my philosophical beliefs and, start wearing a shirt and a tie, or is that like selling out? Like it was a struggle. I didn't know. I was like, do I sell out? You know what I'm saying? Or do I just be myself, right? And I kept hearing God say to me, if you go out yourself. If they say don't ever come around us again, don't let it be because you were a copycat of somebody else. Like if you go out you. So I was like, all right, cool. So I pull out a pair of J's that I never wore. You know what I'm saying? I keep about 4 pair of J's that I in the box right now that I don't take out, but for special occasions. You know what I'm saying? Somebody close to me die. You know what I'm saying? I gotta go to a funeral. I don't want to wear no old J's. You know what I'm saying? I got a pair of jeans that I keep fresh. I got like 6 execution shirts that I haven't opened yet. You know what I'm saying? When you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, right? So I went, but here's what I did. I got there an hour early. And I took a picture of every name that was on so they had like everybody's bio in a chair. And I took a picture of everybody's bio. I have been watching Scandal. Like I didn't really do TV, but something about Olivia Pope, I was like, yo, I like this. No, for real. And I wasn't on what you think I'm on. I was on like, yo, this chick is a strategist. And if you go from checkers to chess, that's the difference. Checkers, there's no real strategy. Chess, there's a strategy. And when I saw Olivia Pope, I was like, that's what I'm missing. I'm not a strategist. I speak well, I have a gift, but I don't go checkmate. So I was like, I got to become a strategist. And I would watch her and she would put everything on the screen. So I called my people and was like, yo, LaShawn, I need you to do me a favor. Whenever I got like people, I'm like, LaShawn, I need you to look these people up. Who are these people in this room? Because I need to know why they invited me. This one, you got to catch this one. There's a reason why I'm in this room. And I'm not the 4th richest person in the world, but I must be rich at something. I just don't know what it is. But I have to be a billionaire in an area, because if I wasn't a billionaire in the area, they wouldn't have attracted me. So I'm looking like, those malls you go to with the Louis and the Prada and my man sitting there, he was the dude that owned those. And then I would watch the game, the Cleveland Cavaliers game, and he would be sitting next to Dan at every game. I was like, I know who he is. I know who he is. Got it. They all like own property, like billions of dollars worth of property. And I started doing my homework and I was like, ooh, I see what they don't have though. While they have money and they do business, they don't have the human experience. That's what they missing. So these dudes, like for real, when they come to business, but they're trying to build Detroit, but you can't build Detroit if the people of Detroit don't feel you. So I was like, I got it. I know why they brought me in. I'm a billionaire when it comes to people. And Dan know every time I sit next to him and he put that on camera and he put it on Instagram, now the people of Detroit gonna go, oh, if he's sitting with Dan must be good people. Now you're not hearing what I'm saying. So I was like, oh, I am worth $1 billion. I got it. So then once I knew where my value was, it changed the whole relationship. So Dan would hit me up like, E, I need you to do. I'm like, bro, I can't do free no more. I appreciate you. You taught me a whole lot. Dan actually gave me an office right across from his office. And I could come whenever I wanted, ask whatever questions I wanted to ask. And what Dan helped me to see is that broke people go by, and this is no disrespect, but listen to me. There's two Americas. There's the have and the have-nots. The have-nots work. They exchange time for money. The haves come up with ideas and make you go to work for them. They don't work. Ford never worked. He created the T model and then he started selling them and he gave people jobs so they could do it. So I realized you got the haves and the have-nots. I was like, okay, I got it. Dan taught me everything I knew about business. And when I first hooked up with Dan, on the back of his books, his training books, he had 31 companies. Maybe about 5, 6 years later in our relationship, he had 51 companies. And I realized the goal is not to make money. The goal is to make businesses. And I was watching somebody play Monopoly right in front of my face. He would come to Detroit and they bought up buildings for like $250. How you buy a high rise for $250? You can't buy a house for $250. You done bought a high rise. You done bought a building downtown Detroit for $500,000. And then you put young people in there, you call it venture capitalists, and you give them a little building and give them a little electricity, and they blow their company off and you take a percentage of it. I was like, oh, okay, I'm playing the speaking game. It's the wrong game. But I'm first generation entrepreneur. So I'm making 50K, 55 grand to speak for an hour. I'm like, I multiply that time, I do this many gigs, I do that. And then what Dan showed me was you can't pass that to your children. Your son may not necessarily be able to speak like you. Your daughter may not be able to speak like you. So you can't pass that down. So while I can't, kids, LeBron James. LeBron can't necessarily make his son a Cavalier. But Dan Gilbert can give his son the company. And LeBron gonna have to run back and forth to make his million. But Dan don't have to run back and forth to make his. And you got to stop playing basketball probably about 35. If you sweet 40, but you at the end of your career. At 40, owning a team, you just getting started. And so I was like, oh, there's a different game. I'm playing the speaking game when I should be playing the business game. All right, so we're going to do this. I'm going to let you go. We're going to get started. All right, so somebody, my mathematician, pull out your phone real quick. You got the calculator on. Who's my math person in the room? Where you at? Where you say? Right here. Where are you? Okay, you ready? All right, let's go. Get the camera. Get the screen up. We're going to have some fun today. You ready? All right, so Warren Buffett said a lot of stuff. But the thing I catch the most is he said he just bought Coca-Cola. I'm in the room, people saying they bought, I love people. I ain't tripping. But I'm in the room with a dude who said he just bought Coca-Cola. Like for real, you'll hear our people geeked up, I just bought a Lambo. You know what I'm saying? My man geeked, I live in the A, I just bought a mansion. My man was like, I just bought Coca-Cola. And at that time, he was driving a Lincoln Continental. And he had on a suit that looked like it was from Sears and Roebuck. I'm just being real, bruh. He have on no Obama suit. My man was the 4th richest man in the world. Bill Gates and him like this. He ain't coming there flashy, but I never seen in my life 30 men who worshiped a man like that before. These are dudes that are used to being worshiped. When Warren walked in the room, it was like, whoa. It was like Dr. J walking into a room with NBA players. Like MJ walked, I was like, whoa. Like I paid attention. I was like, yo, they worshiping my man. And he wasn't even on that. He was like, what's up, everybody? Sat down. They was like, Warren, how are you? I'm like, yo, bro, you worth the bill. Right? So he said he bought Coca-Cola, right? So after he said that, he said he bought Coca-Cola and that they sell 18 million Coke products a day throughout the world. Yeah, pull that up, 18 mil a day. It's a different conversation. I ain't heard one like that since. Now I'm about to help y'all. I'm going to share what they share with me in that room. I'm going to share it with you. So he said 18 million, right? Products a day. All right, come on, somebody help me out. A Coca-Cola, the Cold Boy costs about what? No, not no $1.25. I just bought one. It wasn't no $1.25. I'm just being real. I just bought a cold one. It wasn't $1.25. Somebody bought one. How many? $2. It's about $2. Okay. He talking about back in the day. All right. So let's say $2 times $18 million. 36 million times 365. Give me that. How much is that? 13 billion? Okay, watch this. 13 billion. 149 million. Watch this. Give me 10% of that number you told me. What's 10% of that number? 14 what? 13.9, right? 13.9. So now he raised it a penny only. So how much is that? So you said 13.9. You gave me 10%. Give me 1% of what that big number was. 1.3 what? Million? So how much did he make with that penny? He added just a penny. He bought it and just added a penny. How much did he make in a year? 31 what? One more time. 131 million. Now he already made whatever they was making, but he added a penny to it. I'm sure he's added more to that then. That's the conversation I'm listening to, like, ooh. Ooh. So when I walked out the room, I said, there are a group of people that have and there that have nots. I grew up, I got both now, because I used to stand in the line with my grandma when we used to go get the food stamps. Downtown Detroit, like by the Eastern Market. We stand at Focus Hope. And we stand in line. There's a long line of have-nots. And we go grab it. They give us a thing of beef, meat, and it had beef. It was white with a cow on that joint. And you bring it to the crib, you open it up like peanut butter. And it's got the oil at the top, shredded. Y'all know what I'm talking about. And then it was the cheese. I wasn't really feeling the beef thing. I'm like, I'm good on that. But the cheese, I'm like, it's gonna make some real good grilled cheese sandwiches. Now you gotta be sweet with it because it don't cut normal. You feel me? It's a special cut to it. You can't just, you know what I'm saying? It ain't like Kraft and nothing like that. But it's like special cut to it. Take a little longer to melt. But if you slice it right, butter that joint out, you good. Then the peanut butter was good, but you gotta be skilled. Because if you take that joint and just slap it on the bread, it will tear your whole bread up. That joint be tore up. So you gotta have skill with it. You feel me? All right? So then my mom, right, worked at Ford, old dude at GM. So I was with the have-nots. I was with the have-nots that had a little. Right? You still couldn't just be going in the refrigerator though. Remember that? You ate 3 times a day, but you couldn't just be going in the fridge and just grabbing stuff out. Remember that? How many of y'all grew up, you just couldn't go in the refrigerator like that? You feel me? Y'all wasn't poor, but you just couldn't be making sandwiches randomly. You feel me? Ain't no random sandwich. Like, all the sandwiches are counted for. You feel me? The eggs, you know what I'm saying? It's like you get 3 eggs, you get 3 eggs. You feel me? Mom would buy us the little, Charlie Brown little desserts, but you just couldn't be smashing these for school lunch. Right? Then my grandma was on that when we go to her house. You can't eat this food unless you go to church food. Right? So I was with the poor, like didn't have nothing, people who didn't have a lot, but they lived from check to check. And now I'm running with dudes who own and the Cleveland Cavaliers. My wife, I'm like, sweetheart, she want to go to the game. She like, where we sitting? I'm like, I don't know, but he owned the team. You feel me? It's got to be a decent seat. At least we'll be able to see the game from where we are. We get there, we behind LeBron James. So every commercial, I told you, you talking about getting fed, 51.49. Those are the kind of relationships you want to be in, that even where you sit, people hit me up. I see you. I saw you on the commercial. I'm like, you saw me where? I see you at the commercial. They show Bron. You know, they showing Bron the whole game. So now companies calling me like, how much you charge? I was like, you see I was at the game behind Bron? I don't know if you saw that or not. Oh yeah, no, I was charging 20 grand last year. Oh no, I wasn't. I was sitting behind Bron. I worked with the Cavaliers. And watch this, my boys was like, did you talk to the team at half? I was like, nope. They was like, you ain't talked to Bron at half? Nope, because I was sitting with the owner in the owner's spot. No, all these players gonna be gone at some point. He's still gonna be. All right, so I want you to be honest on this piece of paper. I know you're not in the, welfare. You wouldn't be here if you was on that, right? But I need you to identify where you are and where you like to be, right? And don't let your pride get in the way. It's okay. Don't let your pride get in the way. We ain't on pride right now. This is where I am, but this is where I'd like to be financially.